The question everyone wants to know what the answer is how much does a polar bear weigh? Enough to break the ice. Hi, I'm Sarah DeSormo, and this is my video presentation of my ePortfolio course outcomes. Before we delve into all the outcomes I've explored, I would like to take the opportunity to tell you all a little bit more about myself. I have worked for over 10 years in retail management, and in this time frame, I've learned invaluable real-world experience with inventory, communications, leadership, and most of all, time management skills. But somehow, all of this experience was not enough to be considered for more advancement opportunities. All of the job postings that I was interested in either required a 2 or 4 year degree. So I decided to head back to school at Bryan and Stratton with the intention of obtaining my associate's degree in accounting. Math has always made sense to me, and I can visually see it in my head. I know all the columns and how they add up and affect the results. A degree in accounting could open many new employment opportunities and can tie into all of my retail business work history. So now I'm just about to finish my associate's degree in accounting, and I would like to tell you more about what I've learned over the past 2 years. The first institutional outcome that I've met for my degree was to interpret and apply generally accepted accounting principles to analyze, record financial information. I have met this outcome by understanding the general principles of professional accounting and using them as framework for each accounting course I've taken. The practical application of this outcome is displayed when I'm preparing financial statements, analyzing the results, and giving my recommendations as to what form of action should be taken. The next course outcome was to develop accounting reports for internal and external users. I've displayed my ability to develop these reports throughout every accounting course I've taken. Archives of my achievements are displayed in my portfolio and will serve as visual confirmation to my ability to create and develop statements for all aspects of accounting and business management. The next course outcome was to analyze and interpret financial statements and the information to assist users in time management decision-making processes. This, by far, was my favorite outcome of the entire list. I absolutely love to analyze financial statements and provide feedback for areas of opportunity, growth, or investments. Whether it's analyzing tax statements, reviewing a company's 5-year overview, or even identifying marketing trends, this is an area in which I excel in. The next course outcome was to select and utilize appropriate technologies to complete accounting functions. I believe that I have an intermediate skill level with the appropriate technologies for accounting. This is an area that I feel can never be truly mastered because it's an ever-changing world of technology. I will continue to develop these skills and this outcome throughout my entire accounting career. I plan on brushing up with this area with continued educational credits so I can remain up to date. The next course outcome was to differentiate between ethical and unethical decisions. So I have demonstrated that I can differentiate between ethical and unethical decisions by studying the rules of arguments, inductive and deductive reasoning, and the application of logical thinking and the recognition of fallacies that I have encountered. In return, I have the ability to implement great decisions. The next course outcome is to utilize appropriate and current technologies and resources to locate and evaluate information needed to accomplish a goal, and then to communicate the findings in visual, written, and/or oral format. Over the past 2 years, I've become a super sleuth for information. I've learned to dig deeper for relevant information and, more importantly, creditable information. I have the ability to find these sources, to use this information, and to cite the author. I've displayed this ability in all of my weekly discussions, essays, projects, and presentations. And this has impacted my overall effectiveness in my writing. It gives the reader a chance to learn more about the subject matter, and it also gives credit when credit is due. The next outcome is to transfer knowledge, skills, and behaviors through acquired formal and informal learning and life experiences to new situations. I think that I've continually shown the ability to transfer the knowledge that I've learned in all of my discussion threads. I've also been able to integrate my previous life experience into my academic skill for better insight into the world of business. I've also demonstrated the ability to ask pointed questions to my peers in hopes of a meaningful discussion, and continue to demonstrate the ability to give and receive feedback as a workplace skill. The next is to employ strategies for reflections on learning and practice in order to adjust learning processes for continual improvement. So, reflecting on my learning is very important because in order to see true achievement, I must take into consideration all the areas of growth and opportunity that I have too. I've been able to identify my academic strengths and weaknesses through the weekly reflections and activities. And this gives me a clear view of what I should concentrate on for next time and what areas I should display the most confidence in. So the next outcome is to follow established methods of inquiry and mathematical reasoning to form conclusions and make decisions. Well, the methods that I've made of inquiry I've established are to observe, critical thinking, experimenting, and validating those methods. This method was amplified by having literacies in information technologies, finance, mathematics, and of course science. And this interconnects assumptions with logical reasoning and leading to evidence and finally results. This course outcome is archived and met with every thesis paper I've written. And then finally, participate in social learning and professional communities for personal career growth. I've participated in a few group activities in my coursework and have enjoyed working with others. I intend on reaching out to my community by continuing to volunteer for certain events. I have only just begun to network myself through the LinkedIn social media site. I've already made many connections from my present workplace and hope to continue to develop these connections in my present and future career path. Now, although the course outcomes end here, my academic journey does not. I plan to re-enroll into the bachelor's program in the fall of 2017 with the long-term goal to one day sit for the certified public accounting exam. Although this is many years away, I'm proud of my accomplishments this far and welcome my associate's degree and further future career path. I want to thank you all for taking the time to listen to my video, and I wish you all the greatest success.